One second they are rich, serious, and dramatic on screen, and the next second they can't stop laughing behind the camera. Season 3 of Maxton Hall didn't just bring big emotions. It brought pure chaos, silly jokes, and moments so funny that even the cast forgot they were filming. Today, we're diving into the most hilarious cast moments that prove one thing clearly. The drama is intense, but the laughter is even stronger. Some of the most serious scenes in Maxton Hall Season 3 were meant to be emotional, quiet, and powerful. But behind the camera, they often turned into total comedy. The cast tried their best to stay in character, but sometimes all it took was one wrong look, one missed line, or one strange pause to break everyone. You can imagine a deep, emotional moment, complete silence on set. And then suddenly someone starts laughing for no reason at all. Once that happens, there is no going back. There were moments when actors forgot their lines and tried to fix it by making up new ones, which only made things worse. Instead of stopping, they kept going, creating scenes that made no sense at all. Other times, a simple action like walking into a room went wrong, and suddenly the scene turned into a blooper everyone would remember. The funny part is how the rest of the cast tried to stay serious, while clearly struggling not to laugh. What makes these moments special is how real they feel. You don't see famous actors trying to look perfect. You see real people enjoying their time together, laughing like friends, and making memories while working hard. These behind-the-scenes laughs also show how comfortable the cast is with each other. That comfort helps their on-screen chemistry feel real and natural. Season 3 was intense to film, but these funny moments helped the cast relax between heavy scenes. They reminded everyone that even in a dramatic story, there's always room for joy. And for fans, knowing that these serious characters were laughing just seconds after filming makes the show feel even more special. There is a point during filming when the cast stops acting like coworkers and starts acting like siblings, and that's exactly what happened during Maxton Hall Season 3. The teasing became constant, playful, and impossible to escape. If one actor made a small mistake, everyone noticed it instantly and made sure it was remembered for the rest of the day. A single wrong word or funny reaction quickly turned into a running joke that followed them from set to set. Sometimes the teasing was quiet and sneaky. A cast member would copy someone's serious acting face behind the camera, making others laugh while the scene was still rolling. Other times, it was loud and bold, with actors calling each other out between takes in the most dramatic way possible. The funniest part was how everyone accepted it. No one got upset. Instead, they laughed even harder and tried to get revenge later. One of the best things about these moments is how they show real friendship. You can tell the cast felt safe enough to joke around without fear. Even the most emotional scenes couldn't stop the teasing once the director yelled, "Cut!" Within seconds, the mood changed from heavy drama to pure fun. That balance helped everyone stay relaxed during long filming days. For fans, these teasing moments are gold. They prove that the strong chemistry on screen isn't fake. It comes from real bonds built through laughter, jokes, and shared chaos. Season 3 didn't just deepen the story, it also turned the cast into a family that clearly enjoys every second together. Even while making fun of each other, interviews were supposed to be calm, polished, and professional, but the Maxton Hall Season 3 cast had other plans. What started as simple questions about the story quickly turned into funny chaos. One actor would give a serious answer, and another would interrupt with a joke that changed the whole mood. Suddenly, everyone was laughing, and the original question was completely forgotten. There were moments when the cast teased each other right in front of the camera, exposing funny habits or small secrets from the set. Someone would call out who was always late, who laughed the most, or who couldn't stay serious during emotional scenes. Instead of denying it, the cast owned it and laughed along, making the interviews feel honest and fun instead of scripted. Sometimes the jokes went so far that the interviewer had to pause and laugh too. Answers became longer, funnier, and totally unexpected. Fans loved these moments because they showed the real personalities behind the characters. You weren't watching actors trying to impress anyone. You were watching friends enjoying each other's company. These interviews proved one thing clearly: cast chemistry doesn't stop when filming ends. Even off set, even under bright lights, they bring the same energy, humor, and warmth. For many fans, these off-script interviews became just as enjoyable as the show itself. Adding another layer of love for Maxton Hall Season 3, by the time Maxton Hall Season 3 reached the middle of filming, pranks became part of the daily routine. What started as small jokes quickly turned into full plans designed to catch someone off guard. A simple prop would suddenly be in the wrong place, or a chair would be moved just enough to confuse the next person walking in. The goal was never to be mean, only to get the biggest laugh possible. Some pranks were perfectly timed. Just seconds before a serious take, someone would whisper something funny or make a strange face, forcing the actor to fight a smile while the camera was rolling. Other times, cast members teamed up, planning their move while pretending to act innocent. When the prank finally worked, laughter was so loud that filming had to stop. The best part was how everyone accepted it as part of the fun. No one stayed upset for long. Instead, the person who got pranked usually planned the next one. This back and forth kept the energy high during long hours on set and made even the hardest days feel lighter. For fans, knowing about these pranks makes rewatching scenes even better. You start wondering what happened right before the camera started rolling. Behind every calm, serious moment, there was likely a joke, a prank, or a smile waiting just out of frame. Not every filming day on Maxton Hall Season 3 was easy. Some scenes were long, emotional, and exhausting. The cast had to repeat the same moments again and again until everything felt perfect. But when the energy started to drop, laughter became the secret weapon. One small joke was often enough to change the mood of the entire set. Sometimes it was a funny voice, sometimes a silly walk, and sometimes a random comment that had nothing to do with the scene. Within seconds, everyone was laughing, including the crew. These moments helped release stress and reminded everyone that they were working together, not alone. It didn't matter how heavy the scene was once the cameras stopped. Smiles came back. What makes this special is how natural it felt. No one forced the humor. It came from real care and connection between the cast. They knew when someone needed a laugh and didn't hesitate to step in. That kind of support builds trust. That trust shows on screen in every emotional moment. For fans, this makes Season 3 even more meaningful. Behind every powerful scene is a group of people lifting each other up with humor. The drama may be intense, but the joy behind it proves why this cast works so well together. Even on the hardest days, as filming for Maxton Hall Season 3 went on, the cast started noticing each other's funny habits. And once they were noticed, they could never be unseen. One actor always repeated the same line under their breath before a take, while another needed complete silence, but somehow made the most noise. These small habits became daily entertainment on set. Some cast members had lucky routines they refused to skip. A certain seat had to be used, a jacket had to be worn, or a deep breath had to be taken in the same way every time. Others had the habit of dancing or humming between scenes, even during serious moments. Instead of finding it annoying, the rest of the cast found it hilarious and oddly comforting. These habits became part of the filming experience. If someone forgot their usual routine, everyone noticed immediately. Jokes followed, teasing started, and the mood instantly became lighter. It was like each habit had its own personality, adding even more fun to the set. For fans, learning about these small details makes the cast feel closer and more real. These aren't distant stars. They're people with quirks, routines, and funny behaviors just like everyone else. And knowing this makes watching Maxton Hall Season 3 feel even more personal and enjoyable. The cast of Maxton Hall Season 3 loves their fans. But sometimes that love created some very funny moments. During fan events, live chats, and meetups, questions came in fast and unexpected. Some were sweet, some were emotional, and some were so surprising that the cast didn't know how to react at first. That short moment of silence usually turned into laughter. There were times when a fan theory was so wild that the cast looked at each other in shock before bursting out laughing. Instead of shutting it down, they played along, joking about how fans noticed details even they forgot. Other times, fans asked about romantic scenes in such a direct way that the cast couldn't stop blushing and teasing each other. These moments showed how comfortable the cast is with their audience. They didn't act distant or serious. They laughed, joked, and reacted honestly. Even mistakes like misreading a comment or answering the wrong question became funny highlights that fans loved. For viewers, these interactions are special because they feel real. The cast doesn't just perform for fans, they connect with them. That shared laughter,